Hi guys, Jasper again here with another tutorial on Web3 and NFT marketing. And in this tutorial, we're going to create a Discord server for our NFT project, right? So I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, I'm not going to show you every step of the way because Discord is so extended. There's so much you can do. It also depends so much on your project, right? That I can't show you everything, right? So you're gonna, we're gonna, but I'm gonna show you in this video here um, how to set up a Discord of your own, right? And then from there, you can start playing around with it. You can take a look at your project. What kind of channels will you need in your Discord? And it will all come naturally. You will all it's you will all think about it. You can also go look up things online on ideas, for instance, on inspiration, go to other, join other web3 servers or NFT project servers. That's the best way actually to learn what kind of channels you could use in your Discord. Just join projects, like you go to Twitter, look for a project on Twitter. Almost every project has a Discord, right? Or go to OpenSea. You know OpenSea by now, probably. um, Go to OpenSea, and click on any project, right? On any project, and you will see these projects. They have, I don't know, this one doesn't matter. You will see here, oh look, they've got a Discord, right? So click on the Discord link, join it, and then see what they do. That's the best way, absolutely, to get ideas and inspiration, for your own server. Really, that's how you really how you should start, by growing your server, by working out your server. And so in this video, we're gonna set up the basics, which is obviously very important, and we're going to set up the basics so you can create your own Discord server, right? So what are we going to do? So we're going to log into Discord now. I created already also, guys, in this course, another video that you probably saw, uh, or if you haven't yet, watch it. It's a really big explanation on why do we need Discord for our NFT project. Why does every NFT project have a Discord server, right? And how you can use that Discord server to do marketing for your NFT project, right? To do marketing pre-launch, but also to do marketing, once your project is launched, how you can use Discord to interact with your members, right? And to get even out of your members, out of your project, to really offer your members a lot of value from your project, right? Because Discord is, in my opinion, the best tool there is for community building. Each and every, if you have a project, set up a Discord. If you have a company and you wanna do, or you wanna grow loyal customers by rewarding them, by interacting with them, set up a Discord service, honestly. And since NFT projects are all about communities, right? About Web3 communities, Discord is the tool to go to, right? So that's why we're doing this, why we're creating our Discord server. So watch the other video in my channel as well, guys. I explain a lot more about the why and the how about Discord. This video now, okay, we're gonna keep it very practical. We're going to create our Discord server, right? So I'm going to assume you've have your Discord account, right? You logged into Discord. It's very easy. If you don't know how to, just go to Discord, come create an account like you would create a Facebook account or a Twitter account, and then you're all set, right? That's how you do it. Um, so you're in your Discord server, right? And these are all Discord servers, of NFT projects I'm a member of. I'm a member of all these projects. I visit these projects, almost weekly, almost daily even. And that's also how I learn, by first joining these projects and looking around how they work. Then I set up my when I had to, when I was going to set up my own Discord server here, I knew what to do because I already knew how other projects did it. So I just had to copy what I saw and what I learned from these projects, right? So we're going to create a new one. So we're inside our Discord here, and we got here our little plus sign, right? Add a server. So we're going to click on that, and then we're going to say, hey, you know what? I can use templates, but if we're going to use template, actually, They just give us a bunch of channels that we don't won't all need all those channels. We're gonna have to delete, some channels anyway. So we're just gonna say what, I'm just gonna start from scratch, create my own, and for my community, right? Because I'm having an NFT project, and I'm gonna create one for my community. Now the Discord I'm creating here, guys, is the new Discord. Actually, I'm going to be creating for this, very own Web3 NFT marketing course. Okay, to really, I want to keep this course really, really specific. I want to keep this Discord really only about this course, about this project, right? So I'm gonna make a focused server on that, and I'm gonna call it, the 2023. That's the year we're in. Web3 NFT course, right? There you go. That's a course. Now I'm gonna keep it more. I'm gonna, because I don't want to be changing the name later on, which you can, of course, but I don't want to be changing the name, so I'm just gonna keep it, regular Web3 NFT course. Then I'm gonna upload one of my pictures here in my iStock photos folder. One of my favorite images. There you go. I like this image so much. And there you go. So this is what we've created so far. We're creating now the profile of our server. And there you go, guys. As you can see, we have here created, as you can see, we have here created our Discord server, a new Discord server. And where do I find, like, let's call it the home button? It's right here, right? So if you click on here, you always go to the home of a project. Now I'm in the home of my other project. Now I'm in the home of, let's say, the other projects, a lot of, of the other side project. And now I'm going to go back to my project. There you go, bam. And we're going to go um, whoop, to the home of our uh, Web3 NFT course project. So there you go. We're now already in our server. So let's go on from here. So guys, yeah, you will see sometimes I pause the video a little while because there's so much to tell, and sometimes I have to think about, okay, the things I'm going to tell that are really focused for this video, because I want to keep this video very clear, very practical, very to the point, because as I said, there's so much to do about Discord. But if you've watched this video, you will really know, guys, how to get started really well. Have your first Discord server for your very own NFT project, and there you can just go crazy, go wild, explore, join other servers, see what they do, right? But this here, we're gonna create our first NFT project server, and we're gonna create the essential channels that you will need for a very successful project, right? So here we are in our server. What are we going to do? We're going to leave this aside for a while, and we're just going to see, as I said in the other video, I talk a lot about the Discord for marketing, but in this, this video, I'm also going to give some practical uh, info, obviously, right? So we're here. You see here, you get, we've got some channels here. This is how Discord works. It's a little bit, maybe you're a bit, if you're not familiar with Discord, it works a little bit like Slack. Maybe you know Slack. Anyway, it's just a bunch of channels that you create, and in these channels, you can do a lot of things. You can communicate with people. You can add games. Then you have channels where you only play games. The channels are really to kind of organize, to categorize different topics, different actions that you do in your project, right? And as you can see, there are some two channels created. The channel general and this channel general. The difference is that this channel general, it's actually, what it's created like a channel for speech, right? Here, if you click on it, you can, and then you click here on your username, right? You can have, like, let's say, or you will see here all the users that are listed, because in this channel, everyone who clicks on it will be active in this channel. Obviously, we're alone in the server, but if you then click on here, right? So you click first here on voice channel here, then you click here, voice connected, um, and then there you go. Here you see, you have video, you have sound, and here you can talk to people. It's like it's like a public video chat for your community, right? Where your community members can just talk about everything and nothing, right? So that's really cool. This is, a really great way to create engagement for your project. You give the people the opportunity to talk to each other, to talk to you, right? I mean, you as your server member, you can join this server, and then you can make, for instance, an announcement channel. We'll do that later on, and then you can post in that announcement channel, hey guys, um, I'm now in the general voice channel, and I'm gonna be talking a bit, about our project. I'm gonna come up with some updates, with some news, right? And join me, or like here, it's what I'm gonna do as well. I'm gonna give some more tips on building NFT projects, Web3 projects, right? Or if you get questions, I'm here. Join this channel and ask me your questions, right? So a lot of things you can do. Obviously, really cool about this tool, about Discord, right? Really great. So we're gonna leave this channel and we're gonna just click here on the little X, disconnect. Voila. We've left, we're not gonna join again. We've left this channel. There you go. So this is, an example. These are voice channels, right? Now you have other channels like a general channel, and a general channel you can see here has got like this, this pound sign here, right? Now say, I want to change the name of this channel. I don't want to, call it general. I want to call it announcements, right? I was talking before, like, adding an announcement um, to your server where you can add announcement. You can announce new things, right? So I say, you know what? I'm going to use this channel, but I'm going to call it differently. I'm going to call it announcement. So I'm going to go here. I'm hover on this channel and I see this here, edit channel. I'm going to click on it and I'm gonna just see here channel name very easily. I'm gonna rename it and I'm gonna name it announcements. There you go, announcements. There you go. Now, as you can see, you can you have a channel topic. It's like put a little description, but you can do it, but you don't have to do it. It's not necessary. You will see things here. You will see things like permissions, like invites, integrations. Permissions very interesting because Discord works on server on roles. You can give all your people or your members a certain role, and then you can add permissions depending on the role they have. So you can say, for instance, I'm gonna want only people who are who accepted my rules, who verified themselves, right? So I know they're no bots, right? I know they're real people. Like on websites, sometimes you have to enter a captcha. It's the same here. I'm gonna create a channel later on where we can do this, where we can integrate this. And it's very important. That's why I'm showing this in this tutorial, how to make a channel where people have to verify, and only if they have verified, right, they can enter the server and see all the rest of the channels and start interacting. So then, if they verified, they will get automatically the verified role, and then I can change this permission for this channel to the verified role. That means that only people who have this verified role will be able to read this the announcements in this channel. Okay, so let's create it. So and we're going to do that later on. It's all going to be, you'll see it's all going to come together at one point. And here we're just going to say, what, save changes. There you go. We're going to click here and you see the name of our channel here has changed. Now I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and I'm going to pause for a while and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I just made myself a cup of coffee. I'm gonna take a sip. Sometimes I'm gonna just take a sip of coffee so I can stay, active. So let's go on. So I just told you about roles and permissions, right? And I said, you know what? I only want people, I don't want everyone who comes to this server, because people can come to this server without invites, right? So you can invite people to this server, which we're gonna also see. But we're not, but we know there are also people who are gonna find this server and without an invitation, right? But what do we want? We do not want like bots, like fake accounts going to our server. No, and we want to make sure that only real people are in our server, right? So how do we do it? So we create permissions, right? Remember, if we're gonna stand here on our channel here, we had permissions, remember? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a role called verified, right? And then we're gonna assign that role verified to this channel, and that will mean that only people with that role verified will have access to this channel, right? So how are we going to do it? First of all, we're going to create our role. How are we going to do it? We're going to the name of our server here, and we're going to server settings. We're going to click on that. And now we're going to roles, right? And then we're going to create a role, and we're going to give that a name. And we're going to say, hey, you know what? This role is the verified role. First of all, we're just what we're doing now. We're going to create the verified role, and we're going to make the assignment and the automation, the technical automation that people will get this role after um, agreeing to our rules. They will get this role. Okay, cool. So we created this role called verified, and we're going to give it a color. We're going to say, you know what? We're going to give it this color here. There you go. And then, we're gonna save these changes, right? Now we can add, very specific permissions to this role. So we're gonna give very specific permissions to the people who have this role, right? Now this is a good role verified because we know people will have verified. We know people will have agreed to our rules. We know people are human, but still, it's like the basic. It's like the role, on the bottom, right? It's like the lowest role, right above everyone. Everyone is a role that someone who enters your server gets, right? Now, that's also very important. What we're going to do is we're going to add permissions to the verified role first, and what we're going to say, the verified role, which means people just come into our server. They're going to be able, to all these people, we're going to give them just, only the option to view our server, to view our channels, right? So all the rest here, we're not going to give them this permission by making it green. No, we're gonna take away their permission by making this gray, right? We're gonna take away. They cannot create invites. They cannot change their nickname, right? They cannot send messages. Okay, we want people to be verified before they can interact with our server. The only thing we want them to do is watch our channels, right? Now, can they read our message history? Yes, let's give them the right, the everyone even to read our message history, because that's a good way. If they can read and they, maybe they will like what they see, then they will want to join, right? And then they can go for the verified role in the announce in that channel, right? So read message history, sure, but all the rest we're gonna, you know, take away their permissions. There you go. The only permission they have now is to view our channels and to read our message history. There you go. No, they cannot mention, right? They can read the message history. There you go. And we're going to save those changes. And then we're going to go back to our verified role. And these are the people that have verified. So we're going to give them a few more permissions. They can, view our channels. They can create invites. Sure, why not? They can create invites so they can invite people, themselves. Why not? That's good, right? And they can change their nickname. No, we keep it like that. Send messages. Can they send messages? Yes, they can send messages and create posts, right? Let me see. Yes, they can. They can add reactions. Sure, why not? They can add reactions to posts. Um, they can obviously read the message history, and they can join voice channels and hear others. Of course, they can. We give them the right to speak, um, to share their video. Why not? Because we know these people are right. They have verified. That means they get this. They got this role because they were already in the server. So that's a personal choice, guys. What I'm saying, it's very personal choice. You can choose it for yourself, right? Now, something you can never, ever, ever give to someone is the admin role. You cannot, because then they will be able to take over your server, and you don't want that for anyone, right? So we have our permissions set. So we're going to save those changes, right? And if you go back, you see we created our first role, we gave it the green color, and our first role is now verified. So we're going to go back here to our channels, right? And remember, we said, hey, what we want the announcements only to be seen by people with the verified role, right? So, but let's go back to our role, and to make it even more clear, right? To our service setting, to our roles, and I'm going to go back for a minute here, um, and I'm just going to leave it like this, okay? So they have the permission, the verified role. Now we're going to assign this role to our announcement channel. How do we do this? We go to our channel, we click here on, this is the channel we changed the name, we created it, and we're going to give permissions. We're going to give permissions. Now, everyone, can they see our specific channel? Remember how we just set up like the permissions per role? So you do this, and just then everyone role has permissions now. So now here, we said, okay, permissions here to our channel, to our announcement channel. We have already everyone can watch this channel. Now they have the permissions, we gave them, okay? But you know what, we're going to say for this specific channel, right? Only for this specific channel, we can even change permissions per channel. And we're going to do that because we don't want everyone to see our channel. No. And we're going to say, you know what, the rule everyone is not going to be able to see this channel. You see what happened? Now the people with the role, everyone cannot see even this channel, right? It's a privilege for people who are verified. So how we're going to do is we're going to add members or roles. You see also members, because members are particular specific members, right? And you can assign permissions member to member, but also to roles. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to add members or roles, and we're going to take our verified role, right? We're going to click on done, and it's going to appear here. And now we can set for this specific announcements channel here, we're going to give specific permissions to the verified role. And we're going to say, you know what, they can view our channel, and they can, in permissions, in the announcements channel, we don't want people to type text. It's only for us, right? As creators, as the server owners, we announce, we post announcements, and that's it. We don't want any interaction in this channel. So we're not going to give them the right to send messages. Nope. Now we don't have to click on the cross, because we know that the role at say the verified role does not have this permission, so it takes it over, right? But if you did give the verified role the general permission to send messages and channels, then for this specific channel you will have to set this specific permission like this, right? Because then that way you overwrite that basic role permission. Okay, I hope that's clear. Now if it's not clear, join our server, or some other of our channels, and we'll help you get through it. Now we're gonna just remove this, and we're gonna say, you know what, they're gonna be able to view the channel, they're gonna be able to um, read the message history, obviously, right? And that's it. Oh, you know what? We're gonna give them the ability to add reactions. And add reactions is not giving someone the ability to type, but we're giving the ability to use like an emoji, for instance, right? To as a reaction on our post. There you go. So we're gonna save these changes, and what we did now, announcements, our channel is now only viewable by people with the verified role. I'm going to pause again for a minute, for just a second.